sad. If something happy happens or you feel happy, you'd give yourself permission to feel that. So if something sad happens or you're just sad because, you can give yourself permission to feel that and be with that too. Hey YouTube world, my name's Louise. You're watching my travel channel Wherever the Wind and my series Walk With Me, where I'm walking 1,000 miles to raise funds and awareness for mental health. And I am proudly supporting Beyond Blue, trying to raise $1,000. That's $1 per mile. If you'd like to donate, please check the link in the bio. Today I am walking from my place to Sydney City. It's about an hour drive, so probably about a 10-hour walk. It's a lot of highways, so it's not very scenic. So I'm going to be doing another walking and talking episode. Though technically I'm not going to be talking while I'm walking because the highways are just too loud. So we're going to be doing a walking, sitting and talking episode. And I'm going to be talking about the phrase, it's okay to not be okay. And about how it is. And we need to say that a lot more. I feel like a lot of the discussion around mental health that we see in social media kind of revolves around one of two things. It's either coping techniques, strategies, seeing a therapist, being mindful, self-love, self-care, or it's about the hope and the light at the end of the tunnel, which both are great, not knocking those at all. People definitely need to know that there is hope, and coping techniques, it's great to share them. But I feel like there's a part of the discussion that's missing, and that is like the dark part, the middle of the tunnel where you're not okay and you don't feel like you're ever going to be again. And I can understand why you might not want to share that. One, it's good to bring hope, that's what we want to bring. Also, it's quite personal. It can be hard to share that even with someone close to you. So having an open discussion about it, it's difficult. But nothing to be ashamed of, for sure. And it can leave a gap where people can feel lonely because they're not sure that people really do understand. I know that when I'm sad, I look at all of those positive posts and I'm like, no, you don't get it. And I'm sure you do, but I'm not feeling that by the posts. And I think it's important that we know that there is no human out there, whether they have a mental illness or fighting for their mental health or just a regular everyday feel like they're generally fine. There's no human out there which is fine all of the time, who's never sad. It doesn't work like, well, yes, I battle mental health issues, but I practice self-care and self-love and I see my therapist, so I'm good, I'm on top of it all of the time. That's not it. That's not how it happens. Everyone is going to have bad days or weeks or months or years. It's totally normal. Even if they're not letting on about it, everyone goes through sad times where it feels really bad and it feels like it's not going to get better. It's also really normal to be trying all of the techniques and working on it and for it still not to feel better for a while. So it's important that you don't feel like a failure if you're doing all of the things that people suggest and not getting better, because it takes a while. And sometimes we just need to be sad for a while. There's nothing wrong with giving yourself permission to be sad. If something happy happens or you feel happy, you'd give yourself permission to feel that. So if something sad happens or you're just sad because, you can give yourself permission to feel that and be with that too. It can be very easy, and I think it happens a lot, to try and push it aside when we're not okay. You know, bury the sadness, hope it goes away. But it's really important and totally okay to let yourself be sad. Sometimes you just need to sit down and acknowledge that feeling that you're not okay, that you are sad about something, or that life isn't going the way you wanted it to. And as hard as it is, it's really important to just let that be for a while, to just be sad and let yourself feel that and like acknowledge it. Look into yourself and be like, yeah, it's okay that you're sad, no problem, totally understand, it's okay, have your own back. And let yourself feel what you're feeling, as difficult as that can be. It's totally okay to be sad and to feel that. And yeah, you don't want to live your whole life feeling sad and down in the dumps the whole time, if you can avoid it, but sometimes you just need to sit down and be sad to be able to move on. I think it's when we don't stop and take the time to acknowledge that we're not okay and feeling sad and take the time to feel that we can end up in a more dangerous place or in a more long-term depression that we slip into without noticing. So it's really important, I think, and this is something that, again, therapy has backed up and my counselor has backed up, that it's really important to acknowledge when we're feeling sad and take the time to feel that. Now, I know that we can worry about like getting stuck in it if we start to feel it, so I want to share some of my personal experience at this point in regards to that, particularly in the last few months, where I started to feel myself slipping into depression, feeling sad, not being okay, and I was trying to fight it and trying to be okay, and when I wasn't, and it kind of just got to this point where I was like, I can't, I'm not okay, I'm sad, and I kind of did something a bit different. I kind of scheduled a week off to be depressed, or a week off to be sad rather, and I just said, okay, no, I'm gonna stop trying for this week. I'm just gonna feel what I'm feeling. I'm gonna watch TV and be on the internet, but when it gets to this end of this week, I'm gonna start trying again. And it wasn't a perfect transition or anything. It's taken the past few months to kind of get back to a place of more normal rather than just dipping in and out of feeling sad and not okay. But I think it was important to like schedule that slot of time so that I didn't end up dipping into a long-term depression without realizing it. Just saying, okay, I quit for a week, I give up, I'm just gonna feel sad, I'm gonna lay in my bed, I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna watch TV, I'm just gonna quit for the week, stop trying for a week, feel what I'm feeling, and then pick it up again. And I think that week was really important in recovery and getting better from the depression that I was slipping into. Alright guys, well, I made it to the city, took a rest for a night, and then came back, so I'm almost done walking, which means I'm almost done talking. But as always, just want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and remember, I am walking 1,000 miles to try and raise funds and awareness for mental health. I am proudly supporting Beyond Blue. If you'd like to donate, please check the link in the bio. All the details are there. Thank you guys again for watching. Stay tuned because there is still plenty more walking to come, and I will see you guys next time.